We played football in the idyllic grounds of the estate, a lump of unlevel sward hemmed by a shabby masonry slab on a side and a rick of scrawny ferns on the brow. That day, it was me, Robbie, and Sam. Just three mates mingling, pinging a dingy ball around like we dinged a bunch of times before. Robbie did a bum pass. He had booted the ball high, whereupon it skidded over Sam's noggin and slithered into the ferns. Normally, that wouldn't constitute a problem. Someone would scurry to take it, and we'd keep playing. But when Sam stalked it, he halted at the fern line. "Sup?" I called. There's another ball," he said. "Another ball," quipped Robbie, trotting over. I followed him. Lying just a few meters was a ball, identical to our same brand, same used specs. "It's apt to be somebody else's," stated Robbie. Sam assented but didn't rush to collect it. Instead, Sam chested our ball toward the turf. We played on. A second, feral kick lobs the ball flying, this time into the opposite corner of the ground. When Robbie went to retrieve it, he transfixed down at something. "What now?" I queried. "There's another one," he interjected. I joined him. Another ball, identical to the first two. It hadn't been there previously. Robbie swatted to pick the ball, but when his palm touched it, a dazzling 8 cut through his palm. I touched the ball. I felt the same thing that Robbie felt. I glanced toward the stanchions. Their paint were rusted. The stanchions leaned inward. They seemed closer now. Something glum and slick was pre-meeting the cracks in the soil. Crude oil. It spreaded along its perimeter. Tiny bubbles were in larger basins. Trails of the liquid sank close to the stanchions. The scene before me soared above logic, obliterating every assumption I had about realism. Mercy was not something I could bank on, not from anybody, and certainly not from whomever force had orchestrated this. It wasn't only abstemious, it was deliriously subdued. I was astonished. This was supposed to be the final game, a moment of celebration. We left in a huff. But the balls tracked us. A memory surfaced. The kids who used to play on this ground had spoken about the painted ball. It appeared only at the end of the season. I found one outside. Sam and Robbie also found a ball. Wherever we went, whatever what we did, the balls appeared in places. I haven't seen Robbie or Sam. I don't think I'll ever meet them again. The final wasn't about the match. It was a completely different thing. The final was not finished.